You guys feel that? It's getting a little cold in here because Iceman is on the way this Thursday. Now this rollout has everybody changing. Listen, I told you, Backpedal Gang is in full effect. You can literally see them jogging backwards. And every day, the gang is growing. It's a new media member. It's a new rapper. Who knows who it will be today or tomorrow? There are more and more people starting to backpedal. And it's not just people backpedaling. Now people are starting to talk about the features. Suddenly, they're insiders. They've got the information. They know who's on the album. They know who's getting dissed. They know the verses. We're going to talk about all of it in this video. But before I give you any clips, before I give you any answers or theories, and before I tell you what I heard, I need you to do me a favor. Hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and definitely hit that hype button if you're watching on mobile. I won't hold you any longer. Let's get right into the videos. So let's start here with Joe Budden, because he believes that he has some information about something that's going to happen on Iceman, specifically a diss track. Let's listen. Man, what? Keep it real with me as my friend. Do y'all think I'm getting dissed on Iceman? Yes? No? 1000% yes. Yes. I don't think so. I think you might. What's that? What's that? What's the bleep where you choose the poll? Is Joe gonna get dissed on Iceman? I think the media as a whole is gonna get dissed for sure. Yeah, maybe, but I don't think so. You know what's funny? I was talking to somebody that I can't say publicly who I was talking to. I was out having a little time, and they were telling me that they heard something that's not coming out from him. But I wonder how they would know if the song is coming out or not. How would anybody know that information? I don't know. Yeah, and it was a naked in the hallway reference. Be real with me. So if you don't know what Joe was referring to, there was an incident that I think happened last year where he was naked in his hallway knocking on his neighbor's door. I think he got locked up for it. I think he was later cleared because he had a sleepwalking issue. So he's saying that Drake was going to diss him in regards to that. Are you sure it's not coming out? I was so happy that that wasn't coming out. It might come out. Are you confident they got Iceman coming out before we play it on the new, what's that, Iceman? Play it then. Send that over my way at least. And I'm sure that Joe would like to get dissed on this album because listen, anything that happens with Drake and Joe talks about it is going behind the paywall on Patreon, and he's going to make at least $1 million. I'm not exaggerating at all. You better believe when Iceman drops that episode, if it's Saturday morning when the pod comes out, the best parts will be behind the paywall, and he's going to make a lot of money because Drake stimulates the economy of hip-hop. Love him, like him, hate him, that's undeniable. And if he did it cleverly, you think he wasn't? Yeah, he definitely did it. It's good marketing. A naked in the hallway. This is crazy. That's funny. That's good. It's great marketing. Who cares? Just, yo, dog, bleep gonna go down just to hear it. So yeah, this is the first person who talks about information they have on the album. But again, as I said, anything that Joe discusses about Drake, about a diss track, or about any of these things is going to make Joe money. So whenever you hear Joe talking or acting very boisterous or being loud about the album, remember that this is an act, and Joe is a showman. He is selling something. He's selling a product, which is himself and the podcast. So you always have to take these things with a grain of salt. Whether the information is right or wrong, whether the critiques are accurate or blasphemous, as many of them have been for the past decade, you have to understand what you're looking at, the bias that the person is speaking with, and whether they're being authentic when they're saying it. We have to learn to analyze these things at a high level. But Joe is not the only media member who's been discussing Iceman, who's on it, and who's going to get dissed. Charlemagne on The Breakfast Club also had a lot to say this morning. Let's tune in to them. Them streams are going to be busy this week, though. I heard they're all flying down. Yeah, they're flying. Drake is flying a lot of the streamers out to be with him for his release. So let's talk about that first. Will Drake fly in streamers for the release of Iceman? 100% sounds plausible and also very likely. Drake has a close relationship with Ben Dojan, with Aiden Ross, Kai, and a number of other streamers, so it makes sense that he brings them out there for the debut of the album, a listening party, a listening event, or to watch Iceman Episode 4. Number one is smart for marketing because you not only get your own audience who will be keyed in like never before, but you also bring the other audience that the streamer brings. From a business perspective, as a businessman, entrepreneur, artist, rapper, and everything that falls under that umbrella, you need to grow your audience. Because you not only want to appeal to your most loyal fan base, you also need to appeal to the people who are about to have flexible and expendable income, which is the audience that the streamers have. So any smart person would want to bring in a new audience that can grow with the music, both new and old. I was told that stream is going to be pre-taped though. It's going to be a decent tower, but it's gonna... So I haven't heard anything about this episode being pre-taped. Episode 1, 2, and 3 have all been live. I believe that like episode 1, we are going to get something where there's a live stream that also has a music video embedded into it. Likely more than well. Let me not say likely. I believe more than one. I haven't heard anything about that, but I do believe this will be streamed live and he will incorporate filmed music videos. And we know that there are multiple music videos that have been filmed for the album already. Well, he was at the CN Tower over the weekend. There was video that people believe was him in the tower shooting something. Yes, this is confirmed. He was at the CN Tower, I believe, twice. It could be 3 times. You saw the tower lit up with the yellow and red. We also saw the tower lit up blue. Yeah, it's going to be that live stream. It's just pre-taped. Look at you. Are you congratulating Drake for being on top of things? You're an Iceman now. Look at you. No, Iceman, I'm just telling you things that, like I told y'all, Drake was going to be on the album. I haven't heard anything about Future either. But now, this is my question. Why is Charlemagne leaking information? If you heard it, why are you out there spoiling a secret? Why are you doing that? You don't have to do that. You don't have to reveal any information. I know you and Drake don't really get along, but that's not cool, man. I don't like that. Well, Khaled, yes, yep. He tried to say so positive and at work and working out. Well, Khaled, you might have wanted to keep some of that weight on, man, because, you know. But no, that's what I was told. He's getting direct shots on the album. Do you got any shots coming your way? I have no idea. We'll see. All right, will Drake diss Charlemagne? I don't think it's going to be any direct disses to Charlemagne, but like I told you, he's going to get at the media. The media is going to hear it because they were talking crazy, like it was the most biased conversation I've ever heard. The only reason why, well, one of the main reasons why I even started talking about music on YouTube is because of this rollout and because of the bias and just the nonsensical thinking from YouTubers, media members, and content creators. It made no sense. So I only came here to bring common sense to the conversation. Karol G and A$AP Rocky are on the album too. Now he gets to the features. He says Karol G. Now Karol G is a huge Colombian artist. She's a star. She is one of the rumored features. We have seen them interact on social media before, so I do believe this could be on the album. There's no doubt about it. Drake has been heavy on the Latin influence bag for a number of years. You know, I saw somebody say that Drake is only going to have a Latin artist because Kendrick had one on GNX. Even though Drake has worked with Bad Bunny, Drake has worked with Brazilian artists. I mean, in Brazil, they speak Portuguese, but there's still Latin influence there. People just say the wildest things that just don't make any sense. Y'all know Karol G? Yeah. Oh, okay. Anybody else? Is that a big deal? You're a Drake fan, man. Look at you. You're a low Drake fan. No, I'm not. Actually, I'm probably saying a lot of things you don't want out yet. Karol G. What is Karol G? She's Spanish, Latino. She's on the project too. Well, I know people who've heard some things from the album, and they said that it has the vibes of like the Spanish, and then he goes into like the R&B and the Caribbean. I mean, like any Drake album where he embraces cultures and he embraces his own culture and other cultures and helps shine a light on it and bring the world to it. I'm sure Colombian. She has Colombian toes? Yes. I have no idea. But Future's still there. He didn't take that verse off because you ruined his rollout. I have no idea. Okay, let me find out you got an OVO tattoo on your ass. Will you give me a donkey, sir? Probably. They probably don't want none of this out. And yeah, that is probably true. I'm sure Drake doesn't want people revealing features because he's been very selective with who he's worked with over the past 2 years. So it is kind of whack that people are spilling the beans. Listen, the album's gonna be out in like 3 or 4 days. Just relax. There's no need to reveal this information. I don't get how it helps. So whatever it is what it is. People want to say what they want to say.
But speaking of information, it is my job to bring to you what I see on the timeline. And there is someone who tweeted out 3 features that they know will be on the album, allegedly. The source did say that they heard or can confirm that Karol G will be on the album. I'm not going to go with anyone's confirmations because this could change at any moment. Drake could remove someone, add someone, change something before the final version of the album is handed in and uploaded. But another artist that is allegedly going to be on the album is Santana. I've never heard of her before, but I did check out the music, and she is really dope. So you can Google her, check out the pictures, and listen to some of her tunes. She makes great music. Now, I saw yesterday someone say that Drake doesn't work with unknown artists. Let's dissect this for a minute. First of all, as you can see, as I always talk about, known is subjective. What you know is not what the world knows. And this is why I talk about Drake's superpower, being able to see someone with talent, identify it, and say it would be great to bring
more light and attention to this person. You can talk about the Migos. When Drake collaborated with the Migos, were they known in Atlanta? Absolutely. Were they known around the country at a smaller scale? Were they known around the world? No. When Drake jumps on Versace, they are now known around the world, and they eventually go on tour with Drake, with Aubrey, and the 3 Amigos. When Drake works with Division, were they known? Sure, in some pockets. Were they known all around? Absolutely not. When he works with Pimmy, was she known? No. Did her Spotify user listeners jump like 3,000%? Yes. Drake works with people and amplifies their talent and their visibility to the world. So I can't wait to see whoever's on this project, how their numbers shoot up and how much more popular they get based on being featured on the album. Now, the last person I've got to talk about is Mal. Mal is OVO, if you didn't know. So Mal has a great relationship with Drake. They talk about the music. Listen, Mal has heard the album. He's been there for some of the recording. If you pay attention to social media, you would know that. If you remember, Mal tweeted, "What did I miss?" Okay, he tweeted that right before it came out. And he's been referencing a song, or I believe a song title, called Make Them Cry. And a few people in OVO have been tweeting or liking tweets or Instagram posts that mention this. So I believe this will likely be the title of a song. Maybe the song that they begin to push out because, hey, listen, there are going to be multiple songs that will chart in the top 10 from this album. Maybe we get more than 1 or 2 number ones from this album as well. And it seems to be a theme of retribution and payback. Make them cry. The media, the rappers, the socialites, the influencers, the streamers, whoever turned their back and whoever doubted, make them cry. That is what I believe Drake is out to do. Will the album have Get Back? You better believe it. Will the album have vibes? You better believe it. Will the album address people? You better believe it. If you're someone who's going to say, well, if Drake is going to diss, then I don't want to hear the album, then don't listen. It doesn't change anything. Just don't listen. If you don't want to hear someone talk about something that has affected their life for the past 2 years, then why do you even listen to music? Music is a reflection of life. So I don't care whether or not you like it because it's not about you. It's about the artist, what they want to present to the world, and what message they want to leave everyone with. Drake is not doing an interview. There's no 3-hour podcast right now. So how else are you going to get the answers? You're going to get them through the music. Whether you like it, love it, or hate it, that's how it's going to go down. Listen, Iceman is on the way. Please leave a comment. What's going to happen on the album? Who will the features be? Who is going to get dissed? What will the song titles be? I want you to tell me in the comments right now. Please make sure you like, comment, hit the subscribe button, and hit the hype button. Listen, it's going to be a great week for everybody. And until I see you again, maybe tomorrow, maybe there are some more announcements on the way. But I will be back. I guarantee it. I appreciate you all for being here with me. Until next time, I go by the name Hip Hop Prime. Salute.